Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to...
Now, as a PR practitioner, one of the biggest challenges that most people have is getting to manage maybe a false story that has gone viral. As a PR practitioner, what would be your advice on the best way to guard against that? Or if a client should come to you and say, okay, oh, I have this story that has gone viral and it's not true, what would be your advice to the person on the best way to guard against that, or the best way to handle that?
Okay, very, very, very nice question. It's funny that false stories, they go faster than good stories, So if that happens, it's very important to know the first place where the news broke. You understand? It's very important to know the source. The source. I remember back in the days when social media has not caught on like this. I think it was in 2010 or thereabout. 2010, I guess. Yeah. So one of our clients, somebody shared a malicious story about the brand on the social media that they had a foreign content in their package, So what we did at that point in time was to join the forum. So the agency joined the forum and began to shed more light, on we came in as a neutral member of the forum, and we started, trying to highlight, this thing is not true. And we now establish the true position of the story. Now, nowadays, it is important to have trackers. You have keywords, you have trackers. So anywhere where your information has popped up, your media agency is supposed to know that, okay, so this news that broke, it came up in maybe say 20 platforms or whatever, any platform that may be. So it has given you, because now you are able to track real time, because you already put it in your own keyword search or keyword prompt alert, that okay, when you hear your name anywhere, it will prompt you. As I speak to you now, even as small as I am, if you mention my name anywhere on Google will tell me that somebody mentioned, as well as mention my name. You understand? So that it's important that brands know that they need to have alerts, Google alerts. When they have it in place, they are able to know where their name has been mentioned. And if it's happened to be any bad news, you are supposed to join that the platform to actually shed better light, because if you don't respond, they will assume that the story is true. It's very, very important that you say your own. All right. It's also very important to engage the person, the originator of that story, and probably educate the person. It's possible for the person to actually pull the story down. You understand? Depending on how you are able to manage it. But the PR thrives on truth. You understand? And honesty, transparency. So you are able to establish the fact, to also educate these people that their information out there is wrong, and this is the true story, and this is our position. You understand? So this is how you can actually do it, and you will touch on every other platform where the news has broken. You will touch on all of those ones, educating them appropriately. But don't go outside of that platform to other platform where it is not come up.
What have you noticed as the commonest and biggest mistakes, or the biggest mistake that most PR practitioners make?
Very, very interesting question, and I have to now answer this very carefully too. It's very, very important to. Okay, so I saw a question. Is it necessary to respond to every narrative? the greatest thing that one is looking for in conversing in relationship is for you for me to feel that I'm being listened to. Will you like it unique? If somebody tries to talk to you and you don't respond, would you like it? So in the same vein, while you cannot respond to all that people may ask you, you know that anyone that you think that is necessary. The important thing, all right, in social media is dislike, follow, share, comment, and all of that. So if you think that this narrative doesn't require you to actually do a write-up, you can you understand, but it's important that you respond. And it is even much more important to respond when they are saying something that is not true, because if you don't respond, it assumes that it is true. You understand? They just assume that it's true if you don't respond. So for the industry, silence is not golden. Sometimes if they accuse you of something and it's not true, you need to speak up. So that's very important. You must speak up if you are accused of something that you didn't do. It's not golden. Okay. So that before it escalates. So for the practitioner, what is it that they do or they don't do that they need to do? I think that we have a lot of mushroom agencies in mushroom agencies, as in I would like to see where practitioners will merge, to form big agencies, that can vie with bigger agencies, abroad. So you have agencies having maybe 10 or less than 10 employees, and all of us are chasing the same business. It will be much more formidable if we have a situation of imagine 2-3 big agencies coming together to form one. I mean, think now, Azu. You understand? You can imagine the force. You can imagine, I don't know if you mentioned names. You can imagine the big agencies coming together to form a merger. You can imagine the capacity, the capability they are going to have. You can imagine the experience they are going to have together. You understand? So I mean, but most of us in the industry, we are, we want to do our thing our own way. So
our own boss.
I want to be our own boss.
Now, people say that one thing that people find unpleasant about most PR agencies is that when they go to make presentations, they get a brief, they collect millions, and they come back. They want journalists to use those stories for them free. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. The PR agencies seem not to remember that the journalists are also in business. So they spend money on data, they spend money paying office rent, paying staffers, fueling their cars. So why are they like that? Why have they conditioned themselves that what is good is only for them, that journalists should continue to wallow in poverty and they don't need money and everything? So let's round off on that note.
And I will level with you, all right?
Yeah.
Now agencies in Nigeria versus agencies abroad. All of us, we want to do best practices. We claim that we pursue, that we are being led by, best practices, global practices, right? Everybody ascribe to pursuing that bit, right? Now, truth be told, right? Abroad, in the West, what happened in Nigeria doesn't happen abroad, all right? They don't pay journalists. You understand? In fact, the first time I worked in Ghana, I think there was no, they didn't even come to me. They didn't even come to me for anything. They just came, they covered, they left. You understand? But Nigeria is a peculiar market for we know the issues that journalists are facing. Now, I know some global multinational organizations that will not give journalists anything. Do you understand? In fact, they will make agencies to sign an undertaking that they will not give media brown envelope. I know one or two of such multinational because I have worked on the account. You understand? So now, because of our peculiar nature, you understand? This is what we do in Nigeria. You understand? So now, having said that, agencies know that okay, based on my client's need, based on my agreement with my client, I cannot go beyond this. But agencies know that they must support the media organization in some ways. You understand? So which is why they may come with advertising, they may come with supporting your program. But no, in the advanced client, they don't give any envelope. Now, so depending on the organization that you work, depending on the client that you are working with, and like I said, I just level with you. You cannot, in fact, in some organizations, some multinationals, if you mention that you want to settle any, they can fire you. On the